Good morning. Today is the 30th of October and here we are at Manor Classics at Runcorn in Cheshire for a preview of their Platinum sale, which takes place on Wednesday the 12th of November. I live 4 hours away from here, so it was limited in terms of when I could come up and film the preview. Particularly, it's got the NEC Classic Car Show happening next week, so not all the cars that are going to be in the sale are here. In fact, quite a few of them are not. So if you see lots of empty gaps, that's probably why. But we have detailed videos I've just done on this Maserati here, and also on the BMW previous CSI just over there. We'll have a look at some others, and also there are some other cars here as well from the future sale, which has been December, and also the previous sale that happened earlier this month. So we'll have a look around and see what we can find. This is a much more sophisticated video than we normally do on this channel. A sophisticated shambolic shuffle for once, as opposed to a slightly shambolic one. So first of all, we'll have a look at this 1995 Porsche 911 Carrera 2. This is the 993 shape, and the estimate is £28,000 to £32,000. This one's been uprated with Bilstein suspension. We've got the 18-inch Fuchs alloy wheels, which are probably off, earlier 911s really on there, other than this. I could be wrong about that. I'm not an expert on these. New hood and new cover, Welltail spoiler, Michelin Sport tyres, big history file, and 2 keys. These are going down in value at the moment a little bit, these 993s. Now, I prefer these to any other type of 911 personally. That's just what my preference is. I think these are the best compromise of all, to be honest. And if they're a bit more affordable than they were, then obviously that's also good. To see if we can find a figure for the mileage. Sometimes we can't. No, not at the moment. So this has got the Tiptronic gearbox in it as well. Rear seats are not suitable for me, so we won't get in there. Although Mr. Madding from the Matty's Cars channel probably wants me to, I'm refusing to do that. Colour I think is beautiful. Personally, I prefer a beige leather interior. Are those headlamps original? Have they been uprated to be a bit better? I don't know. Yeah, it looks good. I don't quite know about the alloy wheels on here. I prefer some standard ones personally, but that's just me, isn't it? Next, we've got this 2010 Ferrari California. Estimate on this is £50,000 to £55,000. I'll have man plate on this, as you can see from the dealer plate on there. Beautiful, beautiful cream leather interior in this. Again, rear seats maybe not for people who've got long legs, but very attractive looking car. I remember when these first came out actually. This one looks immaculate. Don't know what the mileage is on this, unfortunately, because we're so early on in the process. It's another, it's almost 2 weeks before the sale happens. There's not that much information that I can tell you about a lot of these, but that's okay. It does look rather nice viewers in Rosso Corsa. Next, you've got something rather interesting. This is a 2009 Ford Focus Mark II RS Lux Pack 2. Unbelievably, this car has done 7,000 miles from new. You might think £40,000 for a Ford Focus is a lot, but these Focus RSs are very, very, very rare. And this is a Mountune specification car as well. It's got that. I think there was a factory option you could have that. This will be fitted with the 2.5 Volvo 5-cylinder white block engine. I think these were 300 horsepower, these cars. All the options on here. Beautiful seats. In fact, this thing's just immaculate. It's one of the most immaculate cars I've ever seen at any auction. And I know that these fetch an awful lot of money. The STs are expensive, but the RS ones, particularly with this Mountune, 301 horsepower. There we go. I was right for once. Mountune upgrade was fitted in 2011 at a cost of $21.50. Cam belt was done in 2024. So it's had a few other bits done. I don't think this would be beaten by most things. I think this is probably one of the best ones I've ever seen, and I have seen a few of them actually now. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be coming home with me. One, I can't afford it, and secondly, it's just a little bit too extrovert for me, sort of a car like this. But these fast forwards are getting very, very collectible from the 2000s, and this one's no exception whatsoever. Next, we've got this 1960 Maserati 3500 GT. I have done a separate video on this. Actually, I had a look around, looked at the engine and things like this. So just a little brief shot of this. This estimated at 130,000 to 150,000 pounds. So, you know, one of the most expensive cars I think I've ever filmed on the channel is this Maserati. They only made just under 2,000 coupes and 245 Spiders. So, absolutely remarkable thing. And, you know, I sort of want something like this, but I can't afford it. Most of you probably can't. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's in fantastic condition, this as well. Next, we've got this 2004 Aston Martin Vanquish S. It's a bit more affordable than even the Ford there. It's between 36 and 40,000 pounds is the estimate on this. So, yes, you know, specification for Die Another Day and everything like that. Not the best film, but we like the car anyway. I think it's the same colour as the one in Die Another Day. Let's open up. Frameless doors, of course. Right-hand handbrake, like an old 924 Porsche. Some Ford bits, of course, because that's just the way it was back in the day. Oh yes, definite Ford bits on here. But yeah, very, very nice. 81,000 miles in this particular example. Climate control and flappy paddle gearbox and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Again, I'm not getting in the back. I'm not going anywhere near that, so I will get stuck. But yeah, look at these massive rear lights. I've forgotten how big the lights were on this Vanquish S model. Someone sent me for the parking sensors to this because the rear visibility is not very good. I bet that is one heck of a car to drive. If you're getting away from Zal the villain and Die Another Day, you need something quick, and obviously this will do the job for you. Next, you've got this 1973 BMW 3 Litre CSI, which I've done a separate video on. The colour of this is just extraordinary, and this has been restored, I think, in Germany with these, I think, 80s style BBS wheels, which aren't necessarily to my taste, but the standard of restoration on this is fantastic. The estimate is 70,000 to 80,000 pounds. Obviously, not registered directly in this country, would have been imported at some stage. Extraordinary interior as well, but the quality of the interior reflects the price these were when they were new. They were very, very expensive cars in here. I think equivalent to like an E-Type or something like that. When they were new in sort of the early 70s, these cars. This has got the fuel injection, about 200 horsepower, been the M30 engine. It's got every door shut, it's beautiful. Bonnet, you know, comes forward like a nice little BMWs. I actually worked out how to do it myself, which was good. I just wished, you know, I was in this sort of different position and was able to have stuff like this, but I'm not, viewers, and neither are many of you, but that is a beautiful, beautiful car. Next, you've got this 1989 Ferrari 328 GTS. Estimate on this is 50,000 to 60,000 pounds. Private plate on this. MOT expires in May 2026. So this is one of the last of the 328s. They finished production in 89, which is the year of this car. And the engine produces about 270 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. Goodness me, I didn't make a lot of them, only about 7,400. Registered by HRO in South Kensington. The owner at the moment has owned it for 23 years. Last service in June 2023. Camshaft has been changed. Brilliant. We've got so many things in here. This is ABS equipped car. Targa panel is there, etc., etc. Let's take a look inside, viewers. Gated 5-speed manual. Right-hand handbrake. Electric windows and all sorts of things. Heating and ventilation controls are down here. There we go. Interesting, isn't it? But the light controls are down there. Not the sort of thing personally I would own Viewers. I mean, I think it's a little bit too sort of exotic for someone like me. But look at that gear lever, aluminium gear knob. I love this sort of 80s controls as well in here. Absolutely fabulous, and then the font on these dials. £50,000, is that like an affordable Ferrari then? Probably. I mean, you're going to attract attention driving around in this, aren't you? For pop headlamps and everything. Fabulous. So, 1988 911 Carrera 3.2 Sport Cabriolet. A little bit less than the Ferrari, but a bit more than the 993. Estimate on this is £38,000 to £42,000. As we know, 911 price has softened a bit recently, but the best cars still attract strong money. Let's open this up. We've got a 5-speed manual in here. This is just before the 964 shape came out, which is 89. Prominent rev counter, of course, right in front of the driver, because that's important. Condition of this is very, very nice indeed. It's beautiful. Not sure these rear seats are going to be useful to most people though, but say for most of the cars in here, if you want practicality, you don't buy any of these cars in here mostly. Apart from the Focus, that's got some nice big rear seats in it. So yes, you either sort of really like cars like this, or you don't. I'm not much of a sort of air-cooled Porsche expert or anything like that. I like the 993 best. This is a bit more, the 903 is more affordable than this, probably due to the condition. In Guards red, and looking very nice. Probably, though, I prefer something like a 944. It's just kind of me. These are not particularly my bag, but for some of you, this will be exactly what you want. And that one looks very nice. Right, let's have a look at some other stuff that's here. So this Corniche, I think it's a 75. This has come up from Barron's, which is the sister site down where I live in Hampshire, where I have been filming for 3 years. It's the first time I've been up here actually. So this has come up here, and it's going to be entered into platinum cell. Just smell the leather in here. Oh, viewers! Wow! Oh my gosh, Rolls-Royce leather, and I have driven a Rolls-Royce Silver Spur. I drove it at the end of last year. Is like nothing else. Nice condition, this particular one. It does need a wash. It has come through the weather to get up here, so it needs a good clean and some sorting out. But that's very nice, viewers. It's just we can't afford anything like that, can we? Next, we've got this 2002 Porsche 911 996 facelift GT2. So this is focused hardcore version, more expensive than the turbos, I think. These. The only 996 I ever filmed was in 2022. I filmed a Carrera with a Tiptronic gearbox back in Edinburgh. This is a 6-speed manual in it. Let's open the door. Got a roll cage in it, things like that. So obviously very much focused upon track performance. Done 31,000 miles. Wow. Now the three cars in this particular section here, they are in the platinum sale, but they've just arrived, so there's no information about whatsoever, so I can't tell you what the estimate is on these. That's probably quite a lot. Then next we've got this Jaguar Mark IV. Now this one was down at Barron's Classic Car Auction as well. It's been taken up here to sell on the 12th of November. Let's open this up. There we go. Oh my gosh, viewers. It's almost as nice in here as in the Rolls Royce. Look at all this wood. Look at all the leather. Not really my sort of thing, this. You know, they a bit too sort of old for me, and dealing with cable brakes and no power steering and that kind of stuff is not really me, but it is a very, very attractive car. Personally, for me, this 928 here is even more attractive. I prefer this. Again, Guards red. I gather this has been owned by Gary Mathers as well, from what I've been told. What's a manual? That's rare. Wow. Yes, please, viewers. We like this sort of thing very, very much. Be late 80s, won't this? It's a 928 GT. Getting Guards red. See if these rear seats are actually going to be useful for people. They're a bit better than the other seats in here, but still, I mean, I struggle to get in there because I struggle to get in the back of a 924, so 928 would probably be like that too. It's very nice. It's a shame I can't take any of these out, really, viewers. It would be nice to drive some of this sort of stuff, but there we go. Since I'm here, I'm going to take a look at some of the other cars we've actually got on site. Now, some of these are going to be in the December sale. Some of them were in the October sale and are waiting collection. But we'll just have a look around and see what else we can find. So, Aston Martin DB7 Vantage. Oh, viewers. Yes, please. A cream leather interior with wooden piping and an automatic gearbox. It smells nice, viewers. We would very much like to have one of these, viewers. We'd very much like to have one of these, but we can't afford it. It's a shame. Because that is beautiful. Dark blue, cream leather interior with wooden piping. And then how about this 1965 Daimler V8 2.5 litre? Dark green with beige leather interior with wood. Excellent. I mean, we've got some tasty treats here at Manor Park, haven't we, viewers? Very tasty treats. Oh, it smells fantastic as well. Viewers. Ooh. We are privileged to be here today. Very nice, viewers. We got a Stag, very early Stag actually, on a J. They came out on an H registration in 1970. This one looks like it had a leather interior fitted. Actually, no, we can't get in there. Never mind. That was in probably last month's sale. It's got 257 lot number on it, so I imagine that's what it was. Very nice. Drove one of those in 2023. Then we got a C124. Don't quite know the year of this because it's on a personal plate. These actually aren't necessarily that expensive at the moment. The nice ones are. That's a 300 CE, so it's almost up at a range, so that's quite nice. Then a TR6. Nice one. These are sort of £20,000 plus, I think. This one's got the hard top on it. Be a 73, 74 car. There we go. Very sort of 60s feeling car, even if it's a 70s model. It is a very 60s feeling car because they're still heavily based on things like the TR4 and TR5, aren't they? But we've got this MGB one, usually with the disc wheels rather than the wire wheels or anything else. Say 68, 69 on a G. And then a Singer, probably maybe like a Singer 9, something like that. That is very nice, viewers. Look at this. Look at that. Be about 1935, something like that, I imagine. Then the BMW Z3. Now these are actually quite affordable at the moment. Quite an early one. If it's a P, that would be one of the very first actually in this country. Came out around 1997, I think, over here. They appeared in GoldenEye first in 1995, but it took a little while for them to actually come over here. So that might be, that's probably a 4-cylinder one, isn't it? Very nice. It's not fall over anything here, viewers. Ooh, beautiful Peugeot. I like this, viewers. 72, 73 on an L. I do see a few of these around. They've actually got a relatively high survival rate, considering how rare and expensive they were. That one is the 304. The 204 looks incredibly similar to the 304. The information sheet's still on this one. It's from last month's sale. The guide price was £6,000. It's a 73. We like that, viewers. Quite a lot. Next, we've got an XR3i Cabriolet, incredibly late on an H, so one of the very last of the Mark IVs made. Very, very nice, viewers. I know a lot of you like stuff like that. I do as well. I think those wheels are only fitted to really late XR3s. Next, you've got this 68 Lotus Elan S4, 17 to £19,000. That doesn't seem like a lot of money to me, but then we've got little bits here like that, which probably would need attention at some point. So it's not a concourse one, but that looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, so knock-off wheels and everything like that. Brilliant. Out of the MGB and that, I'd probably have that, to be honest. Next you've got a Series 1 Land Rover. Not really my sort of thing, particularly these, but always demand for these. Always. The survival rate of these is astonishing as well. So then we've got this Caterham 7 from 2007, appropriately. This is the Academy Case series. Might be one of the last Case series made, because the Case series was not made, I don't think, beyond about 2006. So this is the 1.8 standard one with 118 horsepower out of a Rover 75. Yes, please, viewers. A 1986-87 Bentley Turbo. Oh, viewers, a cream leather interior with wooden piping, and it's dark blue. Fortunately, I did actually drive one of these. It was actually a Bentley 8, which is a bit low specification than this, but I drove a Bentley 8 in 2023. It was similar to this, and I very, very much liked it. Not surprising, really, is it, because they're very nice. Next, we've got this CLK, very interesting A208 CLK. This one of the sort of higher end models of this 430 with the V8. I drove one of these a long time ago, in about 2021, I think. It was a 200 compressor, and the owner had only paid about £500 for it, which is bonkers, isn't it? That one would be worth a bit more than £500, I imagine. Next, we've got another Mark IV Escort. This time something really special. Oh yes, viewers, look at this. That is tasty, tasty. It bodies for 1980s, 87, 88, Series 2 Escort RS Turbo with a big exhaust. They're worth a lot of money now. Next, you've got a bit more modern, this SL500. This will be from the early 2000s. Don't know much about these ones. I know about the R129s, but not so much these. And then an XJS Le Mans V12, which is about 1990, 1991, still XJ-S, so about that. Someone's conveniently left the door open so I can take a look inside and sample the beige leather interior with wooden piping. Oh, viewers, I can't believe how cheap XJSs are, particularly the V12s, but obviously the fuel consumption is not particularly good on these. That's probably one of the reasons why. American spec headlamps on that for some reason. Next you've got another Stag, this time with midlight wheels. This is again a Mark 1, 71, 72 on a K. Very similar actually to the one that I filmed in 2023, which is also similar age to this in this colour, although that had the original sort of steel wheels and also an automatic gearbox. Let's see how much this is worth actually. Looks very nice. 10 to 12,000, yeah. It's actually a Cat D as well, so that will affect the value slightly. And then this big old Bentley, 2006. Have we seen this at Baron Classic Car Auction before? I think we probably have. Very sort of stately looking, isn't it? Again, this is just a bit too sort of imposing for someone like me. It's just a little bit too big to be much of interest to me, but it's nice. Then a Mark V Jaguar with the 3.5 litre engine. This one is a 1950. A very nice looking example. Yes, it does look very nice, doesn't it? That's 14 to 16,000 pounds. You see, rarity and age do not equal value, viewers. They don't. Which is why maybe the RS Turbo is worth more than this, which is an interesting state of affairs. Then this lovely Alpha Spider from 1963. That does look rather tasty, doesn't it, viewers? So the estimate on this was about £30,000. Yeah, 30 to 34. A Julius Spider from the S63. You can see there's the clocks for doing road runs and things like that. Next you've got a Figaro. Obviously all the Figaros are 1991s. This is the colour that I filmed earlier this year. Stevens Four Wheels has got one of these, and I filmed his lady friend's one. This is a Very nice example. It's beautiful, actually. There's no rust on that at all, is there? Amazing. Then we've got this Mini from the mid-70s. Look at the interior trim on this. Extraordinary. Look at that. Wow. This will be so 75, 76 on the P, but before they changed the rear lights. So I think for the sort of 77 model year, they changed the rear lights. Or 76, I can't remember. Anyway, then we got this E30 BMW here. 328i. Oh, viewers, now these are worth some money now, nice E36s like this. Beautiful. Just in colour. I don't think I've seen one in this colour before. Oh, yes, viewers, and of course, a beige leather interior. With no wood, though, that's a shame. And finally, we've got this Daimler SP250 or Daimler Dart. So quite a nice variety in the sort of standard cell they have here. Obviously, the Platinum cell is going to be a bit different. It's for cars over £40,000. Guaranteed head turner, £22,000 to £24,000. Excellent. Well, I think that's it for here, views. That's a partial preview of the Platinum cell. It's happening on the 12th of November, and then some of the things that happen to be here that are of interest to me and many of you as well, I imagine too. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for some more incorrect information.